And we're back for game 3 with a Tempys Uterra Korok deck. Let's see. What did he do? No, I'm player 1. Yes, I'm player 1. And I think I'm going to open Bright Tusk Sower. So opening Cloud Cleaver Titan is also appealing, but I think I'd rather have the Bright Tusk Sower leveled. So I'm going to open with Bright Tusk Sower. And there's my Korok. Very happy to see him early game. Probably going to play Korok plus Grove Matriarch, although conceivably I could level an Enrage. I've been liking having one Enraged leveled in this deck. We'll see what he blocks my Sower with. Trying to remember, I'm sure that Aura Warrior is someone that I've seen around the queues, but I don't remember playing him recently. Pterodon Mauler is an excellent Uterra common. In particular, is 6/6, 11/11, 18/18 if you play it as a blocker. It's a bad draw if your opponent has no creatures in play, although generally in draft, if your opponent has no creatures in play, you're winning anyway and it doesn't matter. So I've been very happy with the Mauler. I'm going to throw out the Korok. I think I'm not scared of giving him an activation on his Shaman. Why don't I enrage the Bright Tusk so that takes his, instead of him winning the trade, I win the trade and he's going to have to play something to deal with my Bright Tusk. Obviously there's any number of ways to deal with a 7/2 Sower, but I'm actually going to make him play something here. He probably also wants to deal with my Khan, exactly, and so he's then not going to get to use the activation off of the Flame Stoke Shaman. He just played 2 Life Shaper Savants. Light Shaper Savant has been, in my opinion, the most useful Savant in draft. I think I'm always happy to have a multiple Life Shaper Savant deck if I can go relatively heavily Uterra. Obviously, it doesn't work very well if you end up being Uterra as a maybe like a 70-30 Tempys Uterra deck, but if you're mostly Uterra, it Shaper 2 and 3 can be game winning. Let me toss out Hydra here for the favorable trade, and then I need to play a spell. I think that I don't really want to level a Strength in Numbers. I've already leveled Enrage, and Strength in Numbers, when I next draw it, there's a good chance it isn't going to be useful. Nice thing about leveling an Aranti Bolt is that the level 2 version of Aranti Bolt is almost surely going to be useful the next time I draw it. Also, Aranti Bolt is a great way to take out Life Shaper 2s, which are pesky. I think I will level the Aranti Bolt and also get another 4 damage onto him. I think Icebound Fortitude could have been good here as well, which would in particular have given my Hydra and my Korok would have also allowed my Korok to survive and given my Hydra a bit more health, but I think I'm more likely to get good use out of the Aranti Bolt 2 as opposed to the Fortitude. Although, given what my opponent played with the Magma Hound, I would have been protected against that Magma Hound play if I had done Icebound Fortitude. But I think, in general, early game, I'm trying to play for leveling up the better set of cards as opposed to maximizing my board position. Level a Mystic, and then I think I want to level a Deep Moss Raptor. Although that puts me behind, because the Deep Moss Raptor can't kill the Volcanic Giant, whereas the Bear Rider... I get the trade if I do Bear Rider. That's a tough call. Let's do the Bear Rider. I don't think I want to put myself too far behind. And this is not when I wanted to draw. Not when I wanted to draw my Aranti Bolt. So I have choices here. Oronti Bolt is certainly a good card to level. I could get my Mystic through for 4 damage, but I don't think that's very exciting. I think I probably want to do Korok plus Tangle Sprout. Could also do Korok plus Flame Fury, but I think Korok plus Tangle Sprout is just the stronger play here. So let's hit him for 14 damage. We'll see whether or not he can kill my Korok. If he misses the draw to kill my Korok, I've got the extra 8 damage from a Swamp Moss Lurker here, which would be very nice. That being said, he's got a reasonable number of cards, including the Magma Hound and the Volcanic Giant, that could knock out a Korok. Actually, given that I have the 2 aggressive creatures, this is when I hope he draws a Life Shaper, because Life Shaper in this situation is going to be an awkward play for him. He either has to block with it or take a lot of damage. I'm probably playing Bear Rider and Lurker here, although depending on exactly how he blocks, the Icebound Fortitude could be good. Yeah, so he drew the Life Shaper. That's an awkward play. Up he... interesting. So, I think I'm going to use Bear Rider to block the Grove Huntress. And then I get another 7 damage through with a Tangle Sprout, which makes me happy. And then I use the Swamp Moss Lurker to kill his Life Shaper. So I think this is a pretty good situation. And I've got a Korok 3 in my deck. So again, his life total is very important right now because the Korok 3 has the potential to do a lot of damage to him later on in the game. Also, he's going to take some Mystic damage this next turn, almost certainly. See what he can do with the Life Shaper. Double Life Shaper is really powerful. Thank goodness his Life Shaper here only has 3 health, but playing a spell, playing a level 1 card, and then having the Life Shapers buff each other is just very, very useful. I think I've seen like the double Life Shaper 3 on the board at the same time. You play something, you cause them both to give +5/+5 to each other, and it's just often devastating. The Life Shaper 2's not quite as bad, but still, if you have 2 Life Shaper 2's that are in empty lanes, because you're a little bit ahead on the board, and you can make them both 9/13 by using the abilities on each other, that's usually a very difficult for your opponent to recover from. That being said, in this case, he probably isn't going to be able to save that Life Shaper from the Swamp Moss Lurker. Oh, interesting. And he uses Warlord, so he doesn't get the Life Shaper procs. Okay, that's... Oronti Warlord, certainly a useful card in draft. If you don't have... I mean, as you just saw, the card can be quite useful even if you don't have other Yetis in the deck. If you do have other Yetis in the deck, you have the opportunity for great blowout draws. Again, in draft, they don't happen nearly as often as in Constructed, but since the card is playable even without other Yetis on the board, it's generally quite a good pick in draft. So I want to play the Ashurian Mystic, and then probably need to get rid of his Life Shaper, sadly. So the question is, like, I could spark the Life Shaper, although I'm not excited about doing that. Why don't I... So I passed up an opportunity to do 6 damage to him, but I think I really need to get the Life Shaper off the board. Yeah. Here I'm probably looking to Enrage 2 my Hydra. See what else he drew. Again, with the oh, he did have the Volcanic Giant. So because he had the Volcanic Giant, if I would have gone and empty laned the Ashurian Mystic, he would have just blocked the Ashurian Mystic with the Volcanic Giant. So I think I'm glad that I went and took out his Shaper. So if I enrage, my Hydra is going to end up at 6 health, regen up to 9 health. That's actually quite good. So he might not be able to take that Hydra off the board. And then I guess I'll Cloud Cleaver for the damage. I'll take 5 from his Charger and do 6 to him back. Also, Cloud Cleaver is something that I'm very happy to have leveled up. Because level 2 Cloud Cleaver can start to do pretty serious 12 damage to my opponent. So does he have... Magma Hound is... Magma Hound comes through for him. So let's hit him for 6. Let us Aronti Bolt his Magma Hound. And we will... let's see. Do we Swamp Moss Lurker the Mauler? Or do we empty lane the Lurker? I think we do that. Hit him for 6. Excellent. Korok Mystic. For 22 damage. Interesting question here is whether or not I can just ignore what he plays. What I love to do is just ignore what he plays. I smash him hard with my 2 level 3s and then let him hit me in return. Hopefully he's not going to play anything too horribly scary because I'd really like to make the aggressive play next turn. Because I'm at 85 life, I can probably afford to empty lane both of these. He probably doesn't have the cards to get both of them off the board in the same turn. Yeah, so this is just excellent. And I hit him. Yeah, he's probably not going to be able to get both of them off the board. Sadly, I don't have any good way to use my Korok. I mean, it would have been great to get something a little bit scarier than a Bright Tusk Sower, but that didn't happen. I don't have good answers to his Mauler, but if we're in a race here, my ability to win a race seems fairly strong. Maybe I do something like a Bright Tusk Sower plus a Strength in Numbers. We'll see what he does. I think he has... I haven't been paying quite close enough attention to what he's been leveling. Okay, so there's the Magma Hound. But other than the Magma Hound and the Mauler, I don't think he has very many things that do 15 damage. He's got a Volk Giant 3. If he draws the Volk Giant 3, I'll be really unhappy. Awesome. So... Unfortunately, I don't have a way to kill his Mauler. These are the fun races that you find at the end of these games. So, Strength in Numbers on the Bright Tusk Sower is enough to kill his Charger. And I probably want to do that. Yeah, I probably want to Strength in Numbers the Bright Tusk Sower. Or I could smash him for another 8 with my Swamp Moss Lurker. 8 would bring him down to 17, which is a little bit scary for him. Yeah, that's actually looking good. Let's do that. His Charger is going to die to one of these two. I'm down to like 41 life from his Mauler. I can kill the Mauler with the Bear Rider. Yeah, this is going to be a close game. I quite enjoy these kind of endgame races. Although the Life Shaper does wonders for his ability to win these races. Ouch. See what he has. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. So I definitely block with my Bear Rider, and then I think I'm going to need to take damage from the Huntress. Okay. Well, yeah, this will be a close game. The nice thing is I've got the Korok. I've got the Korok 4 in my deck now. I've got the Mystic in my deck. So if I can just stabilize the board, I should be able to hold out. Ooh, Twin Strength, really? If I can just stabilize the board, I should be able to hold out long enough to win. That's not what I want to see. Ouch. Let's see, is this just going to kill me? Not quite, but almost. Basically, I need to block the Volcanic Giant, or I need to Uranti Bolt the Volcanic Giant, and then I need to block the Grove Matriarch, and whatever I block with is not going to survive, and wonder if I could have played this one a little bit better. Yeah, maybe when he had the Mauler on the board, maybe I should have dealt with the Mauler better instead of doing damage directly to him, but just so hard to know. I just didn't have good answers for his Mauler in my deck, other than the Uranti Bolt, which I didn't draw at the right time. Yeah, and so now he's able to kill me with his Hydra, and I don't have an answer. So, anyway, well played by Aura Warrior. Ran into serious trouble with the Life Shaper Savants. Got him down to 17, but I guess if what I really needed to happen is he got the Matrix Warden draw, or not the Matrix Warden, he got the Magma Hound draw when I played the Ashurian Mystic, and I just really needed him to miss that Magma Hound draw, because I think that Magma Hound draw was devastating for me. Either that or maybe this Life Shaper draw was devastating, but he, wonder if I, yeah, probably if I look back at this video, or if you guys look back at this video, you will tell me where I could have played a little bit differently in order to win the race. Anyway, fun game, very close. Let's just hit the battle button and lose. And I will see you for game 4. See if I can pull out a 3-1 with this deck. I think I 3-1 a lot of drafts recently, so hopefully we can win the next one. And 3-1 always feels like a good outcome.